Hi there, here Chef Bonus and welcome to my channel. Well, this is all about important terms for review, and I got some of 4 new important terms. Let's see what exactly those are. Trip, caul fat, green meat, grass, double trip. I hope that you never been come through with these points, but the thing is that I'm really giving my best to find a lot of French terms that you never been heard, and to make you understand in an easy way. I must say, just go through my video of everything. If any of word make you feel tough, like this is really tough, it sounds tough, but the thing is that when you just go through this video, and that particular word is going to be very easy and quick for you, because that is so easy words. Even when I just study about those things and all, I was totally like, what exactly this words is all about. So without wasting time, I'm going to explain you these 3 words, this 4 of words, and just see that how really easy this all are, right? And before that, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And yeah, the main is the icon, the bell icon, right? So press that bell icon is important, because whenever you just I will update some of things, so it will get a notification, so you will always get update. You will get always updates of my videos and update to the words what terms I'm adding up. So let's move to the first point. That what I have is tripe. Let me explain you what exactly tripe means. Tripe is a type of edible lining from the stomach of various farm animals. Okay? Most tripe is from cattle and sheep, but mainly the beef tripe is made from the muscle walls, okay? Just the interior part of lining which is removed from the animal is actually called tripe. Very simple and quick. I'm going to explain you. It's not about something that you have to go so deep. This is just that we require to understand. Tripe. Only the first 3 chamber of cow stomach. Cow is really it's like a very broad, right? When we take the stomach out, there is a skin kind of inside the stomach. The layer from the skin and the stomach is between. There is a layer of a thick one, right? That part, when we take it out, and that part only we call tripe, which is edible actually. People eat, but not exactly all. It depends, somebody their choice, because people generally eat the lamb intestines also, intestine of lamb and intestine of cow. So it's about your choice that how you want to cook, and if you liked it then only, because that is a part which is we throw it up, so we don't exactly use for the eating purposes with the whole family. Okay, so this is a chamber, right? So the tripe is all about the thickened part of the stomach between the skin and the insider. So that interior of the stomach and the outer skin, between that there's one thick layer of it. That thick layer is called tripe. Let's go to the next point. That what we have is a caul fat. Let me explain you what exactly it means. I hope you can see the picture, what I just added in this. And caul fat, also known as lace fat. Let me tell you, I think so caul fat is very easy to understand. I'm not going to the words. Well, you can go to the words exactly that it means also, but I will explain in a very easy way what caul fat. You know that the fat which is there inside the thinner wall of the, can say a beef, or you can say from lamb or chicken. Doesn't have that much fat actually, but I must say the more of fat you can get it from the lamb and the beef. The thing is that there's an extra fat which is going to cover the whole layer of meat, right? So we just take that fat out, and that when we taking the fat out, it comes like a net. You can see the image, right? I hope so you can see the image that there is a white color net. You can look that, which is the inside the sausages, minced meat is been added inside and giving a pack to that meat, just like the sausages what it's looking like, right? So that is the extra fat, kind of a net comes out when we're taking out the extra fat from the top of the meat. So when we're taking the meat out, that is called the extra fat, right? Extra fat. And the fat I'm telling you is fat is a different fat, but I'm telling you fat means it obesity kind of fat. I hope you understand, because I used the same different word, but that's fat. When we're taking out, slicing slowly from the top of the meat, the whole fat, the thickened fat, comes out slowly, right? That fat we never throw. We use it to adding up some of instead of adding of oil, use the whole meat fat, which will give you more in flavor, right? And intense flavor. Really get intense flavor and enhance the flavor of the dish. So that net kind of fat is called actually caul fat. Let me just read that thing for you. Fat netting, you can see I highlighted in the orange, is fat netting. It is a thin membrane which is surrounded the internal organ of some animal, such as a cow, sheep and pig, also known as the greater omentum. It is used for casing or for, like you can see here, for sausages, then rollades, then pates and various other meat dishes. The thin membrane which surrounded the internal organ of some animal such as cow, sheep and pig, and all also known as the greater omentum. Okay, you can see it's called also or like as omentum. It is using for case of sausages, rollade, pate and various other meat dishes. It is like giving a shape, but you don't have to add any of plastics or any of things for eatable plastics, some of things to make it giving a shape to that meat, right? So people use the caul fat, which is intense flavor, good fat, which is animal fat itself, and helping to give a case and taste very good because it gives a lot of moist. And hope so you can understand why it moist, because it already have a lot of fat. So when it get melt, so it will not give the meat to get dry. So that is called a caul fat, the net kind of fat which is coming out from the top of the meat. When we're taking out slowly, that forms as a fat. Okay, so that fat is called, the thin fat is called caul fat, which helps to give a case to the any of things like what you're making, like sausages, rollades or pate, right? Let's go to the next slide. What I have next is green meat. So let me tell you what exactly it means, green meat. So the green color is chicken meat, or usually due to the condition which is known as a green muscle. Let me tell you what exactly and how it get green actually. Okay, so I'm not going to be like exactly what exactly I wrote it down here. I'm not going to exactly just copy paste that one and just telling you actually what happened. The green meat comes down, actually the main meat color is purplish, a bit purplish. Okay, so when it's like come to the cherry red, because when it exposed to the oxygen like your normal temperature, so when the oxygen comes to contact to the meat, it start like a gray color, and that gray, then it gray to then it green, then all it comes to brown. Okay, that color may indicate the spoiling of beef. It spoiled the beef or any of meat. I must say that it's not about only beef, but I'm just taking example as a beef. So the color change, and that influenced by the age, and then I can say like the spices or sex and the diet of the animal. It's totally depend on how you're treating your animal, like giving what kind of food, what exactly nutritions to them, and male, female, then what exactly is going to be like in a sex matter. Is it a healthy one they did it, or some of things like having some body problems, right? So that transfer to the other one. So those all things really matters a lot. So that depends. But the healthy one looks purplish meat. After that it comes to the brown, then it's going to be a green. So like after day by day it start changing the color, because it's going to start spoiling up the whole meat. So for the spoiled meat, that's we call as a green meat. But I must say that it's not that harm to eat, because it's just a layer coming up in the top. Because if you keep the apple, half of apple cut down and keep in the dining table, and you're just waiting for go and eat, after half an hour you can see there's a brownish color comes up down, right? So for the meat it's like going to be a green, for the fruits is going to be a rotten, so it's going to be a dark brown. So there's a one layer. So what we do actually, we just slice the whole thin layer of the apple and we can consume it again, right, the part. So that only what we have to is like just scrap out the whole top of that a thin layer of the meat, and we can easily consume it. So better we do not supposed to do that actually, because we know the process of the meat, how to keep it like in the refrigerator, what exactly temperature it must to go. So if you want to know understand about the proper meat, please do watch my previous videos. You can really understand about the proper meat, and I'm going to bring some more about the meat things so you can understand in a very better manner. Okay, so this is about the green meat. Let's go to the next point. That what we have is grass double trip. I told you about the trip in the first, right? This is going to be a double trip, right? So grass double trip is a category of offal taken from the beef or mutton. This is like from the beef and mutton, and it is a tribe that comes from the thickest part of the first stomach, called the rumen in English, and in French we say pancé of the animal. Okay, It is considered the least desirable tripe among the tryptophanes. The thickness will vary, and it maybe have a layer of fat attached with the needs to be removed. In French, as a word is a gras, usually indicate fat. It doesn't mean that double fat, it's just the fattiest part of that thickened part of the pancé. So whatever exactly the fat has been stick to the meat, and we're taking the whole layer of the fat, is actually called pancé in French. So this is like not about like a double fat, this is just the thickening that what we're saying actually. For that reason they're using a double trip you can say, or trap you can say, or I can say a tripe you can say. But the main that we generally use, well I just want like make you learn about the French, so it's better you just can understand the pancé. So that is called a double fat, right? Means that we are talking about the thickness of the fat of that which is stick to the meat, that what we have to remove it. Then exactly we can use for the like enhancing the flavor when you're just making the meat up. So that moment you add butter, so exactly that moment you can add a little bit of fat, so you can get the really great flavor of that meat, because the same meat, same fat gonna give extra flavor and give extra moisture to that meat, right? So this is called a Gras double trip. So you can see that's so simple and quick, right? So for today, this is all what I just completely explained to you about the 4 important terms of French that what exactly we need to know. You can see that this is all terms you never been like come around, right, when you're just going through with the course. This is totally a different I'm just getting from a lot of French books that what I just follow, and it's not about only just one book I follow. I have like a plenty of books that I'm following here, because every book has something different to come up. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. So anyhow, I'm going to bring some more new coming up with new French terms, so which just want to be make you people to update with the new terms, and this is a must required, because if you want to be a chef, so we need to be go through every single basics, right? And this all are basics, I must say. Well, you're not gonna find any of here and there books, but I can just like, because I'm going through a lot of websites, I'm going through a lot of books and all, reading every time. That's the reason when I just come up with any of things, I definitely want to share with you, because I do really care for you. So please do care for me and share the video and make other learning, because this is really gonna help them for the basics to understand. And whenever you go to any of hotels for internship or anything, if you know these words, this is going to be a very plus point for you. I must say that you can understand, right? So do watch, do learn, and I'll be come up with a new video. So catch you next video, right? Till then, bye bye.